Okay, who are we here with?
Miss Doolin.
And what's a piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
I would tell my high school self to get more involved both in the school and in the community.
Okay, so who am I here with?
I'm Mr. Louie.
Okay, what piece of advice would you give to your high school self?
I would tell myself to stretch. That's something that I failed to do for such a long time, and now I am 32 years old, and my body is just absolutely in shambles. So stretch, take care of your body. I think that's my piece of advice I'd give myself.
Who am I here with?
Well, I'm Miss Jones, Reilly Hungerford.
That's great, Miss Jones. What is one piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
I would tell myself that asking for help is actually something that will benefit you in the long run rather than feeling like you have to put everything on your own shoulders, learning how to ask for help when you need it, because there's a lot of people who are willing and actually would want to help you, and you don't need to shoulder every single issue by yourself.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Okay, who are we here with?
Miss Goldbeck.
And what's a piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
I would 100% tell myself that you think you know what you want to do with your life when you're in high school, but however, you probably don't. So take it easy and just go out and find what you love to do.
Nice, lovely, thank you.
Thank you.
Who am I here with?
Mr. Stanton,
What is one piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
do your homework.
Thank you. So who are we here with?
Mrs. Ramelis.
And what's a piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
Don't be concerned about what other people think.
Who am I here with?
You know who I am.
Yes, I do. Okay, now what's one piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
Take care of your hair. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It makes me sad.
Okay.
Okay, so who am I here with?
Mr. Regini.
Okay, what advice would you give to your high school self?
That's a great question. I would definitely try my hardest in everything that I do, and really take college seriously, and don't sweat the small things in life.
Who am I here with?
Mr. Ivanko.
What is one piece of advice that you would give your high school self?
To be yourself and not be afraid to be more social.
Okay, fire. Thank you. Who am I here with?
Miss Kelly.
What is some advice that you would give your high school self?
I would tell my high school self just to chill out, just take a breath, relax. I'd also tell my adult self that.
Who am I here with?
My name's Mr. McPartlin.
And what advice would you give your high school self?
I would tell myself to focus on the things that I can control and not worry about the things that I can't.
Okay, so who am I here with?
Miss Ferda.
Okay, Beauty, Grace. What advice would you give your high school self?
I would give the advice I would give my high school self is that to always be yourself and not sweat the small stuff, and to keep in mind that even if you were a foreign lion, that being now a lawman is much greater.